I always notice one thing, y'all. When certain people, especially them folks, when they are caught in some kind of compromising position, when they publish the photo, it's always some murky looking photo. This is the trashiest home in LA, and this is the owner of that home. And they said this has been going on for years. The neighbors did complain, and they said he's a very nasty man. So he was not easy to talk to. Well, finally, the city came out and started cleaning up the property. They had to take him off of the property so that they could clean this monstrosity up. Y'all, when I was growing up, there was some people that lived around the corner. This is what their yard used to look like. And the township got on them for a long time. And they finally had to go out and clean up and bill this man. And he was all upset that he was billed and tried to fight it. And he lost, of course. There's always, every now and then, it's always these sort of people around you, and thank goodness it don't happen that often, but it does happen. So let's get into this story, y'all. Los Angeles, they call it the trash house. Owner seen outside as city cleans up property. Raymond Gayon, seen outside trash house, and this is in the Fairfax district in LA. So the owner of a home known as Trash House due to its piles of garbage, and it looks like he got the trash is around all sides. Bags stacked on bags on this property was seen outside the same day the city crews began cleaning up the piles that he refused to clean up. Interesting. So it was so bad, y'all. Mayor Karen Bass even showed up at the property in front of the home, and she said it was a health and public safety hazard, and it was. It was. You know, don't they try to say when we move in, there goes the neighborhood? How come we have never hear them say this about these people that trashy with these trashy homes? I never hear none of them say there goes I got. Well, I guess because it looks like dumb folks. I guess I get it. So anyway, this to me is a public health emergency, Bass said. This is a fire hazard. And I worry about the individual there. This place, if it catches fire, it's all the stuff that she said in the video. And those things are true. And you heard the one neighbor said that she tried to talk to him and he was pretty nasty. So a neighbor said that they had, to deal with the smells and the rodents. Yeah, you got that much trash on your property. Yeah, I'm sure there were a lot of rodents out there just having a good time feasting on whatever was in those bags. And they said this mess went on for years and we're finally relieved after the media attention to the home. And this is on North Martel Avenue near Melrose Avenue. Wow. Yeah, talk about an eyesore. That's definitely an eyesore. You're going past, the houses look okay, and then all of a sudden you come up across this house with piles and piles of trash. I mean, that is just outrageous to even do that. I'm going to show y'all a closer shot of the trash.
This our first good look at the man behind the trash house. Neighbors call him Raymond. saying he's lived here for years, known for collecting all types of trash and turning his front yard into one big trash bin with all its smells and its rats.
Oh God. Oh God. Yeah, yeah. So it's been here for a long time because, yeah, a couple years ago I tried to, be nice and like, hi, I'm a neighbor.
Now, the city is declaring the trash house an imminent threat to health and public safety. That threat so severe, it even brings out the mayor to see the trash house for herself.
This, to me, is a public health emergency. This is a fire hazard. And I worry about the individual there, this place catching fire, him losing his life, the quality of life that is compromised for these neighbors.
The mayor ordering immediate action, bringing in workers to haul out the trash, a payloader going back and forth while hazmat crews go through flammable containers. And check this out, this red car buried under all that trash, you can hardly see it. It's finally pulled out, and even inside, the car is stuffed with more trash. That is, we're learning more now about Raymond. He's a 70-year-old man who's behind this home. His sister says Raymond is autistic, while neighbors say Raymond is anything but friendly.
No, no, he was very angry, actually, immediately. I was actually taken aback, like, because I was very, like, like neighborly, like, oh, I'm just curious. And he's like, oh, yeah, you curious? Like, are you curious? Like, why don't you mind your own business?
That brings concerns for Raymond and his state of mind, and those big concerns not just coming from neighbors, but even from the mayor.
This is obviously somebody who is in a crisis and needs help, but the entire neighborhood needs help.
So this is the front yard, y'all. This is the front yard. And you can see it's like several trash bags deep out there. And this is not even the sides, because when you look at that aerial shot, you can see the trash on the sides of the house as well. I'm sure it's all the way around. I mean, this is absolutely crazy that they were even living like this. It's crazy that the neighbors had to put up with that. So Ray Gaon has owned the Spanish style 2-bedroom home in Fairfax since the mid 1990s. This is according to public records that were obtained. And, you know, the neighbors said he was not such a nice guy, you know. And, I was waiting in the story for them to start screaming mental health, because you know how they love kicking that around, right? They love kicking around mental health. So the yard was once like this before, and he cleaned it up a bit once in they according to the neighbors in 2018. Then it got junked up again, and then he cleaned it in 2019. Not completely, but he did do some cleaning after he was charged with misdemeanors for not complying with the court order to clean up. So since then, the garbage began piling up again. So this is something he's been repeating over the years. Neighbors told the local news outlet. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. So, since last July, the Department of Building and Safety has fielded more than a dozen complaints about the property. According to records obtained by the LA Times, the city issued an order to comply in November while it conducted an investigation. They went on to say, I hope they get the homeowner some help for whatever this problem is, because they're claiming mental, according to one of the neighbors, it's mental. Yeah, it is. But y'all, I mean, this is terrible. And it seems like all of the other neighbors, especially because they interviewed one of the black neighbors and an Asian neighbor, and they sure are not having a problem keeping their properties clean. You can even see the property on the other side of him, and the one with there's trees in front of it, but there's no trash all over there. And their neighbors are, his neighbors are keeping their properties clean. But him, that's a whole different issue. This man is a train wreck. Ooh, y'all. And look, they had to look at the trucks they got out there. I'm just looking at one of the pictures, and they had to literally bring trash trucks out there. A couple of them. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, the city should bill him for the labor and the trucks and the fuel and everything. I mean, seriously, they need to bill him for everything. Wow. You're going to have to tell me what you think about this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely insane. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.